Hello guys, and welcome to my first video of my new channel, Miss FEN. I thought that I should do this video first because I should have done this ages and ages ago, but this is a room makeover video. I recently moved in September from East London to Essex for my job, my first year as a teacher. So I'm used to rent a East London double bedroom with loads of storage, wardrobe, chest of drawers, under bed storage, beautiful room with skylights and sloping roof, and it was a lovely area. But in order for my new job, which was in Essex, I decided to move closer to the school, so I rented out a single bedroom, which it was a complete shock to me because it was really small, but I thought let me do it to save money. So this video just is a time-lapse video to show how I've moved all my stuff from that double bedroom into a single bedroom using tips and tricks and other cool Ikea stuff. So this is a picture of the room before. So like I said, it was really spacious and I had loads of storage and space in that room, and yeah, I miss it. These pictures were taken on my first viewing of the room. It was very small, but I really got on with the person who lived in. I thought I'll make the sacrifice. I also thought that if I moved the bed, that will also give me a little bit more room, and it did, as you can see in this picture. So let's start the video. So this is me on my first day moving in. This is half of my stuff. So this is clothes I moved in first, and I've got a wardrobe, a chest of drawers, and a small bedside table as storage in this room before I moved in. And this is the chest of drawers, how much space I've got. So I went to Ikea and did some stuff to help me to buy some more storage and other things that I needed. The first thing I started off with doing was making a shelf. So I got this bookcase, and it's the Billy bookcase, and it's one of the larger ones, which was £35. And I love going to Ikea, but what I love most about going to Ikea is building. I'm one of those crazy people who just likes to take the instructions and try my hand at building it. When I was going around Ikea, I remembered I do not have my toolkit. Before, when I used to live closer to my parents, I'll go and use my dad's toolkit. So luckily, thank goodness, Ikea buy a little small toolkit, little starter toolkit, which was all I needed in order to start me off in building this. So one thing I would advise is, if possible, moving over a couple of days. So I did it over a week. So I came and stayed over. The first time I came with my books and my clothes and shoes, and I stayed over to just get stuff ready. So making sure that the wardrobe is ready, the chest of drawers are ready, where I wanted the room to go was ready. So when I get the other things, then I just need to slot it in straight away. So I bought the heavier things. So my clothes were the most heaviest and most bulkiest. They were in suitcases. So I brought over those things first. And the other stuff, like I had a table and a bike and like a shoe tree. I brought that over in my second trip over, which was with a van, which I hired because I realized I need to put some stuff in the van, and also those included my kitchen things and bathroom things as well. So this is the Billy bookcase up in the corner. So I'm just making sure I utilize any single gaps that I had. So the bed formed a gap between the wall, so might as well put the bookcase there. So I have the bookcase in the little gap, and it's easier to get it's easy to get to, as you can see from me putting the books away. What I've done is I put all my DVDs and CDs at the very bottom shelf, and then I've put my reading books that I enjoy reading at the bottom. First I did them standing up vertically, but I thought it didn't all fit in, so I wanted to make sure all of them fit in that in that section, so I did it horizontally and did them by size, so the widest book goes at the bottom to the least widest book at the top. Don't know my English there, teacher. And I thought it actually looks really nice that way, because I can see all of the books easier, the spines of the books easier horizontally than if they were vertically, and it's easier access to them too. So the next section was going to be documents and things, and even though I weeded out all the documents before moving, I thought, do you know what, I need to weed it out again, just in case I brought things that for sentimental reasons and I don't really need them. So I've just put all together all my important certificates and documents in one document folder, and I've put any magazines that I collect or use in another one. Then I have 2 Lever Arch files. So one of them is for my course, I have to take a portfolio of what I'm doing, and another one is just other research I've done in my previous courses as well. Again, I'm sorting through all the things I've got just to make sure everything I have there is for the right purposes and not sentimental reasons, because I was looking through in those cards from my 16th birthday or my 17th birthday. It's like, I need to get rid of some of these things. I had my book stored in a foldable box, so I can fold that box away and use it again for another time. I bought this from Ikea, which is, I don't know what name they give it to, but it's like underbed storage or something, or they use it for on top of wardrobe storage or whatever. But I'm going to be using that for my towels and bed linen, other things that don't need as often, and that will go on top of the wardrobe. So in my wardrobe, I was kind of worried because it only had one single pole in there, so I thought, let me do a double pole in there. So I bought this telescopic, it's like a curtain rail rod, and it's tension rods, that's the word, tension rod. And I thought, okay, I'll put skirts at the bottom and I'll put long things at the top. And it's very handy because I thought, I'm not going to be able to fit all my clothes in a single wardrobe like that, but I've been able to, and I've also put winter things away in my suitcase, so the only things that need to be in the wardrobe are the things that I am going to be wearing regularly. And as you can see, I am trying to put everything in nicely and hanging them up, and putting the small short things on the bottom rail, and long things like dresses and blazers all up on the top rail. And that's me suitcasing away, packing away all my winter stuff that I don't need anymore. So the next thing I tackled was the chest of drawers, and I watched a video which I'll put a link in the description box of how to fold things to fit into the chest of drawers, because I only had 3 drawers and I had to fit like underwear and undergarments, tops and leggings and things in all of those drawers. So I thought I need to learn how to fold small so I can put things in there. But I was able to fit everything inside the chest of drawers because they were deeper than I thought. And also I had done a really strict throwing away of stuff that I don't wear before moving, so I was able to fit all I wanted in there. So this is the drawers all packed. So I've put t-shirts and vests all in one. Then I've put like dress shirts and like tops together in another one, and this one's like t-shirts, old t-shirts that I wear around the house, and as you can see, they're all nicely folded and small. So this is the wardrobe. So I've been able to fit all the things, the summer stuff, all the work stuff that I need, and at the bottom is blazers and coats and skirts. So this is me back from my second trip, and I have my shoe tree, which is an amazing product. People laughed at me when I bought it, but it, especially in a single bedroom like this, it is a very handy product. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 layers, 8 levels, and you can fit up to 5 pairs of shoes on each level, so 40 shoes altogether on this shoe tree. And it comes flat pack, so you have to fix all of the little bits inside, and it's another tension rod which can go up to the ceiling, and it just stays upright, which is really handy. There's been times when I had it in my old place that it will fall down in the middle of the night, and that is very scary, and it has done it since I've moved here. In the middle of the night I just heard a collapse, and I was like, oh gosh. But it's only done that once, and it's mainly because I have shakes in it and it's not being sturdy. But it is such a handy product, and it's held. All of my shoes are on there. The only thing is that it's too boots are too heavy to go on there, so I've got knee-high boots, but I don't think you should hang boots on these anyway. So it's all right, but all my shoes are able to fit onto the railings. There's no logic to how I put the shoes. I've just put summer shoes at the bottom, and shoes that I will wear regularly in the middle, and shoes that I don't wear so regularly at the top. And when I did that, also to balance it out, I've put heavier things at the bottom or spaced them out so some of the pairs are not together, because those shoes are really heavy and I could see it was tipping to one side. So I started to do like a balancing act to make sure it does not fall over to the other side. Before I started training as a teacher, I was a teacher assistant in a year 3 class, and it was a very creative year 3 class. They did pictures and drawings for their summer concert, and we laminated and photocopied loads and loads of versions of their drawings, and I was able to take some home because there was some left over. So I've used these pictures that they've done to decorate my wall above my bed, and I was going for a symmetrical theme to try and make it look the same, have the birds or bees, I don't know what they are really, on each side. But I used glue dots to help me stick on the wall. They do peel off the paint just a tad, so I would, if you want to do this, recommend Blue Tack as opposed to glue dots or the command strips. But I thought, you know what, they're just little bits I'm using, and I don't mind having to repaint the wall with paint tester pots, because glue dots were just so much easier than peeling off Blue Tack and sticking them on the thing. Glue dots, you just stick it at the back and it's all ready to go quickly. So we're coming to the end of this video. I've decided I'm going to do it in 2 parts. So the pictures on the wall is one of the last things that I did. And in the next part, I'll do a room tour of the whole room. And you can see what I was able to do with this single bedroom.